Hey man, say man, it's your boy J Man in the back of it again with a brand new video on the channel. Yes, sir. Let's talk about this Milwaukee Bucks and this Boston Celtics series, man. First off, I just want to say, you know, did I doubt Boston a little bit? Yeah, I doubted them. I'm not gonna lie, I doubted them. Of course, the series is 2-2. But I feel like at this point it's now in Boston's favor just because number one, Boston has home court advantage. And also, just looking at this series, I feel like, I mean, of course we knew Milwaukee didn't have, like, in terms of losing Chris Middleton significantly hurt their chances. But, like, after watching them play in Game 3 and Game 4, they just don't have it. They just don't have it. Chris Middleton holds a lot to that team. Yeah, they won Game 3, but Boston damn near came back and won that. They barely lost when Jason Tatum shot 4 of 19. So when there's a night where your star player shoots 4 of 19 and you lose around like 8 points, actually they didn't even lose by 8. They lost by 2. So when you're in a scenario where you lose, where you lose by 2 points and your best player shoots 4 of 19, that's, of course it sucks because you lost, but it brings you confidence because it's like, okay, we just make a couple more good plays and we win this game. So, you know, they go into Game 4. Tatum had a rough night, I believe, once again. It happens. I mean, now if he has another shitty performance in Game 5, now I'm gonna start looking at Jason Tatum like, what the fuck do you got going on? Because at some point you gotta be that guy. And I'm not gonna get on Jason Tatum's case because he brought it home for him in game 4. He brought it home. He had some major shots, had some stops. You know, he did his job in Game 4. You know, it's not always about having the best game numbers wise. It's just about making the big plays when they need to be made. So he did his job. You know, but looking at this Milwaukee team, like, you should have seen, it was concerning when not Middleton, Holiday and Giannis took 30 shots apiece in Game 4. No, in Game 3, and they only won by 2. You did what I'm saying? Like, you should have known that it was concerning, cause Drew Holiday shot, I think, 11 of 31. 11 of 31. Giannis had a good night. Giannis had, I think, like 42, 12, and like 8. So Giannis played outstanding, which if you give Giannis 30 shots, he's gonna get 40. That's a given. Giannis is the most dominant player since Shaq. So he's gonna get you 40. But just looking at the team in general, I mean, they need somebody else to step up. And I just don't think they have anybody else to step up. I don't think Bobby Portis has that ability to. Even if so, I don't think he has the opportunity to. Grayson Allen, he's more of a role player, spot-up shooter, so he's not going to really create anything off the dribble that Chris Middleton would be able to do for them. You got George Hill, role player. Wesley Matthews, role player, but a great defender. Pat Connaughton, role player, solid defender, solid shooter. Like they just don't have enough. And now it's best 2 out of 3. And y'all know my philosophy on that. When it goes back to 0-0, now it's an even playing field, and now we really get to see who. All you gotta do is win 2 games at this point. That's all you gotta do is win 2 games. Just win 2. And now it's in Boston's favor because Boston has home court advantage, and Boston won 1 on the road. Same thing for Milwaukee. So my thing is, Boston still has the advantage because Boston can win on the road, but Milwaukee can win on the road too. So if Milwaukee wins Game 5, Boston can very well win Game 6 and win Game 7. And I think in a 7-game scenario in that case, I mean, I would like to say I have my faith in Giannis, but I just don't have the faith in the Bucks in general. I just don't think they have enough. Like, I don't think they have enough scoring to do it. Like, every time they've won a game, it's taken Giannis to do virtually damn near everything. Like, Game 3, Giannis had 42 and 12 with like 8 assists. Game 1, Giannis had 26, 12, and fucking 12. Like, in the games they win, Giannis has to do damn near everything. In the games they lose, Giannis does everything, but somebody else just can't hold that end of the bargain. Like, watch. Let me see this box score. Alright, so boom. The Bucks lost by 8. Jason Tatum shot 11 of 24 for 30 points, 13 rebounds, and 5 assists. I just said he had a bad game. I lied. That's an outstanding game. He shot 3 of 10 from 3, so that's the only bad part about it. Al Horford had 30 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists. Marcus Smart had 18 and 8. Jaylen Brown had 18 on 11 shots. We go to Milwaukee. You got Giannis with 34, 18, and 5 on 32 shots. Jrue Holiday had 16, 7, and 9 on 22 shots. 5 of 22 for the field, 1 for 6 from 3. Brook Lopez had 17 and 7 on 11 shots. And Bobby Portis didn't give too much of anything. 4 and 6, 2 for 7 for the field, 15 minutes played. But y'all see how Giannis had 34 points, but he shot 14 of 32 from the field? So if you notice, like, the only game where Giannis really got off without damn near having the same amount of field goal attempts that he had points was game 3. Game 1, he shot 9 of 25. Game 2, what did he shoot from game 2? Let me see. Game 2, Giannis shot 11 of 27. Game 3, Giannis shot 16 of 30. Game 4, Giannis shot 14 of 32. And those games, he finished with outputs of 24, 28, 42, and 34. In that case, somebody else has to step up. Because clearly Giannis is still being dominant, but he's not being dominant how we know him to be dominant, where he could get 40 on like 21 shots or 18 shots. He just can't do that right now because with the size that Boston has, that's affecting all that. Because basically they want Giannis to see that wall. If Giannis sees that wall, of course, this isn't Giannis of 2019 and 2019 or 20 where he can't do anything because he has another point guard to where, well, he has a point guard to where he has the ball handling duties where Giannis doesn't have to be on the ball as much. But whenever he does have the ball, Boston is making sure they have that wall for him so he can't just go to the basket and get a free 2, you know? But I mean, I'm not going to look at Giannis too much because Giannis has to do what he has to do. I mean, he's getting... Like, I can't get mad at you when you have 32, when you got 34 points, 18 rebounds, and 5 assists. Like, I can't get mad at that. You know, like, he's been stuffing that goddamn stat sheet. He's been doing as much as he can to put his team in a position to win. And, you know, I said it, you know. I don't know if Jrue Holiday can win you a series. I don't know. I just don't know if Jrue Holiday can win you a series as being the second best player. I don't look at Jrue Holiday as that type of player. And, I mean, he's shown you. I mean, game 1, he had a solid output, I think. Game 2, they lost horribly, so I know he didn't play well. Game 3, he shot 11 of 31. You know, he hit a good shot to close him out the end with that floater he hit. Other than that, that's a very subpar game when you shoot 11 of 30. Game 4, 5 of 22 for 16 points, 7 rebounds, and 9 assists. Yeah, the stat sheet is good. And I know I just said Giannis gets a pass, but Giannis had fucking 30, though. You shot 5 of 22. That's fucking atrocious. You can't win. You can't win like that. Like, you're not gonna win with your second best player winning like that. Like, my philosophy is when you're the second man, you're supposed to play close to the same level as the first man is. Like, prime example, Kobe and Shaq, D-Wade, Bron, Russ and KD, KD and Steph, KD and Kai. Like, when you are like a duo like that, which Jrue Holiday and Giannis ain't at the duo, but when you're the second fiddle, a second fiddle's always supposed to be there. Because your job is supposed to be a little bit easier because you're not getting the first option defense. You're getting the second option defense. So you should be able to get off. And I understand Jrue Holiday has a very tough time because he's guarding... You know, he's guarding Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart, and, you know, he has to occasionally guard Jason Tatum. I understand his defensive load is a lot. But, dog, you got to dig deep. This is where great players are made. You got to dig deep. You have no option. You going to rely on Grayson Allen to score the ball? You going to rely on Bobby Portis to score? You going to rely on Brook Lopez to help? Like, and mind you, all those players are very solid players. But are those type of players who can step up and help you win a game, like, as being that guy on the floor? No, they are role players, and they can. And if they take advantage of their opportunities and they score, great fucking job. Great fucking job. But you, Drew Holiday, gotta play better. You know, and I'm not gonna say Milwaukee, but I mean, in a way, Milwaukee did lose that game. Yes, Boston made the comeback, but Milwaukee lost that game. Like, they were up by, I think, at 12 at one point in the third quarter. I know because I ran out to go grab food, and I fucking come back, and I hear Jason Tatum with the tough bucket. Boston's up by 2. I'm like, what the fuck? Nigga, I just went to go grab Chipotle for 5 minutes. What happened? In like 10, not even 10 minutes, in like 8 minutes, them niggas came back. Like, what the fuck going on? And then I'm watching them, I'm like, oh yeah, y'all can't get off. Boston's just locking in. Boston's just locking all that shit up. Like, I was watching that, and that 6 minute mark to all the way into the fourth quarter, I'm like, yeah, y'all locking that shit up. Milwaukee can't get shit. I mean, like, every time I see Giannis in this bitch with his head down, like, this nigga's tired. Drew Holiday trying to get a bucket, he can't get off. Like, and you know, and I know Boston has an outstanding defense, but dog, they got Giannis. Like, they got Giannis, but that's really all they got who can really overcome that defense. So unless Giannis comes out in Game 5 and gets 55, I got Boston winning. Unless Giannis turns into Giannis of last year, where he just getting 50, where he getting 45 and 15, 50 and 10. On great shooting, I got Boston winning this series. Let me know who y'all got in the comment section. If you made it this far in the video, go ahead, like the video, go and subscribe if you do. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you can notify whenever I upload. And yeah, man, I'm out, bruh.